Am I tall enough? Hey everybody, today we are doing a plant haul. So we went to a couple greenhouses and nurseries.
We did?
Liam, thank you very much for letting me enjoy my time there. And so I'm gonna go through and kind of bring Liam up to date where I'm thinking of putting these because he doesn't always know where they're gonna go. So are you ready?
But I'll tell him if he puts them in the wrong place.
He always does. I think let's start with this one because this is a really interesting one. You know what this one is.
It's my favorite one.
This is Liam's pick, actually. This is the one he
I
wanted.
bought two. This is known as a monkey puzzle tree or an aracuaria, which is totally pronounced wrong, but it's a monkey puzzle tree, and I think it's native to Chile. I think it's Chile or Peru, but it's a real thorny kind of tree. It grows into a huge tree, though.
It was really popular in a lot of the big houses, so it was a specimen tree that would come in.
Yeah.
I have a great picture of Jacob and Autumn, my nephew, and his partner, standing by the one over by Castle Otway.
Yeah, the big one. Yeah, you'll see that one.
Yeah, so they get huge, but it takes 100 years to get them as big as that one. More than 100 years.
God, I hope not.
But
I'm figuring on 20.
Remember though, when you go over Ballybridis, there was that one growing in the ditch.
Yeah,
and we watched that one grow in it.
Yeah, that's true. No, this is going to be. Look at. By the time I die, this is going to be at least 4 feet tall. That's what I'm expecting.
It's good to have reasonable expectations.
Those are goals. You have to be 4 foot tall because I only have about 25 years, if that.
I think it's gonna do just fine. I also got some blueberries because we have currants, black currants, red currants, and gooseberries growing here, and I think we have acidy soil, so I think the blueberries should do.
It should do really well, yeah.
So I'm going to plant these out. The varieties, let's see. There's one called Brigada Blue, and the other one.
No, I see why he bought it. It's Corymbosum. Corymbosum.
That is a weird name. I didn't even look at that.
Oh, you did? You picked it for that reason?
It's Corymbosum. Or Bossum.
It's Cory, and you're Coruy, but it's Corymbosum. And he picked that. There's no Liam Boosum or Liam Monkey Puzzle
We'll work
tree.
on that. And the other one I have is called the Berkeley. So there we go. And then the other plant that I found, and I know it doesn't look like anything right now.
Excuse me, I would like to point out most of these plants look dead.
That's that. We're buying dormant plants. We're taking a little bit of risk, but they're going to be fine. This is a type of willow, and it's a nishiki willow, or I think it has another name. Hakuro nishiki. And also people call it a dappled willow. This is a beautiful plant. All the new growth comes out kind of pink and creamy colored. Really beautiful in the spring. So I hope we get to enjoy some of it. We might not be here when it starts leafing out.
I would call it dead tree.
Yeah, it's not. It's going to be beautiful. And nishiki willows can be kind of expensive in the US. But here it was only $9. Now it's not a huge plant, but I bought 3 of them because I think I could find a really good place.
How come I only got 2 monkey puzzle trees and you get 3 Nikishi rupees?
Do you want me to start counting the bulbs that you bought?
No, then we won't talk about that. Carry on, hurry up.
Also picked up some holly. I have 2 hollies in the yard, and they were females because they did have fruit when we got them, or predominantly female because I think hollies produce male and female flowers, but sometimes some are more male, more female. So this one here, I think it's called Silver Queen, but it's actually more male flowers on it. And Liam loves the variegation on it.
Well, I really like holly in general. And in Ireland here at Christmas time, years ago, and even nowadays, people take holly branches, especially with the berries, and they're put over picture frames or mirrors and stuff, or on the fireplace. It was always laid on top of the fireplace mantle. And so these are the other ones that have to get moving for next Christmas.
Yeah, and holly aren't super fast growing, but we have a hard time sometimes with growing holly in our part of Michigan. We're just a little bit too cold, so they do okay in certain spots, but they sometimes don't make it. So I love the fact that I can grow some holly. We have another holly over there, right, the green one right in front of you.
Where?
This one right here.
Oh, that one.
It's a little bit smaller leaf, and the variety is called
Heckenprecht.
PPR.
That's Latin for Heckenprecht.
And so that one is another, I think it's a more common variety. I'm not sure, but...
why not just call it holly? Why do they have to call it Heckenprecht?
Because how are you going to know between this kind of holly and that kind of holly?
That's got little yellow and green, and that's got mostly green. It's simple. I don't know why.
Yeah, we have to complicate it. So
you gardeners and
marketing.
You gardeners and horticulturists complicate things very much, very, very much.
So I'm looking forward to having these, and we have this nursery that we go to called Dundrum. It's in Dundrum, County Tipperary, and our friend Dushka's there.
And she's a great help to us.
Yeah, so she always points us in the right direction. So she helped us pick the holly. We also got some of this Nifofia. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. Or devil's poker, I think they call it.
Red hot poker.
Red hot poker or devil's poker. This is another one I really like too.
Yeah, and it's by us it's considered a zone 6, and we're zone 5 in Posen, zone
What
4
zone are we
where we
here?
are. Okay, I'm going to answer
Cold,
that in QA.
cold zone today.
Actually, we're very much warmer.
No, we
I
are,
think
I know.
most of Ireland is 7, or it's an 8 or 9, but we're in more of a 7.
Because we're in the mountains.
Yeah, but it's more of the climate like you'd have in the Pacific Northwest, not like you'd have in California or anything like that.
Right.
So these are really cool plants, and I have seen people growing them not too far from here, and they get nice and big. So I'm glad I can be in an environment where I can actually grow these plants, because I've been looking at them for years. Also, I got some heather. This heather has been doing so well in the yard, and it takes no care. It looks good all year round.
It's a mountainy plant, I'd say, isn't it? Because you see it up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Very, very easy to deal with.
And
it looks great.
they propagate them just in like trays, like the bulb trays that you get, and then you just go pull it out, and then you put it in a bag. So it's, this variety I found is really nice from Dundrum. I think they propagated themselves, and so it gets a good size. I like it. I like how it looks, and I love the flowers on it. And then also, nice thing about heather, at least here I notice, like in October, November, the leaves kind of get a little bit of a rusty color depending on the variety. And so like the whole hillsides in the back where there's the heather growing is gorgeous. So this is definitely a plant that grows well in our kind of higher elevation, and it's so easy. So I'm saying, I don't have to worry about those shrub roses that I planted, which I really wanted them to take off and blanket the area. They're doing okay, but I think
I thought they grew anywhere.
no, not the
the shrub
wild
roses.
roses.
Got it.
Yeah, I got these little shrub roses growing, and so I'm glad that this does better there. So I'm happy about that. These are the Little Lime Punch hydrangeas, and this is a proven winners variety that we grow back in Michigan. It does really well. I do know here, because we have a lot of moisture in the soil, I'm going to try to make sure that I'm putting it in places with really good drainage, because if they're wet, especially all winter long, they're not going to do so well. So I've got some rocky spots. I'm going to just try a couple different spots with them and see how they do.
Once they take off, once they root, they seem to do well. But our soil would be, there is a lot of water up here and a lot of moisture, and things can rot.
And Dushka did say like one of her favorites is the limelight, but they don't have tons of varieties of panicle hydrangeas. Those are the white ones that turn pink. And
I like those too.
Yeah, they're easy to grow in Michigan.
I'm all about the splash and flash.
So, and Dushka talked about the limelight. She really likes that one, but she hadn't grown a lot of the other ones. They do have Pinky Winky here, and that's another one that's one of my favorites.
Oh my God.
Crazy name, isn't it?
Yeah.
The flowers on that are huge. Hey,
Pinky Winky.
We have one in our backyard, and when it starts blooming, you're going to say, I love the Pinky Winky. I know you will.
No, I'm not. I'm going to say, I love that hydrangea that turns red in the fall. I'm not going to call it a Pinky Winky.
You'll be able to tell the Pinky Winky from the other ones. Trust me, it looks different than the other ones, I promise. And then over here, this one is called the Pink Annabelle. So the Annabelle hydrangea is the ball shapes, like the Incredible. We have some Incredibles in our front yard. This is a pink variety that I believe is a little bit shorter, has a little bit smaller flower head. And I was checking the plant patent because I was like, okay, I know of a lot of pink hydrangeas, and I know the Proven Winners line. And in the US, we don't ever see the Pink Annabelle.
We don't.
Marketed that way. But I think it might be one that's called Invincible Spirit or Invincible Spirit 2. So I think it might just be sold under a different name here. But the pictures look a lot like the Invincible Ruby, so I don't know. It's all marketing. So we'll see about that. Also, we got some peony, and Liam picked a nice red peony. So this one is already planted, and you can see it's got a lot of eyes on it. When I say eyes, those are those little nubbies on it. And then we're going to find a spot for that. I'm going to try that.
What's this one called?
It doesn't really have a name. It just says Long Life Peony.
Pinky Winky.
No Pinky Winkies for you. And then I had bought this one, Bare Root, and it's the Sorbet. So I'm looking forward to just trying some peony. Who was telling us about their peony? Oh, I think it was our friend Janine was saying that she lost her peonies when they're building a new house. And kind of had to take them out. So, and she's not.
And they've been there for a year. They were her husband's grandmothers or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got vehicles going by today. It's traffic time. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, and I have
another dead-looking plant.
Yeah, this is another arborescent variety. Those are the ball-shaped ones. It's really been.
Is this a hydrangea too?
Yeah, but it's the ball-shaped kind of like the Pink Annabelle. What is the name of that one?
It is called,
No, it
I don't know, I'll tell you, it's right here on the tag. It's
tag.
called
It's not
a
something like tag.
Hydrangea in variety.
It's called bubblegum something, actually. I took the one without the tag.
It's not called that. It's just,
That's just their generic tag.
oh, it's called Hydrangea. Okay. Next.
So I have some spots that I want to put the Annabelle varieties, because those are ones that you cut down every year and they grow on all new wood. And so I think in the sunken garden, if I put them down below where I have to do the hedging, it won't matter if like in October or January I have to step on them.
Yeah.
They'll make it through.
Yeah. Be sure you show everybody our sunken garden.
Oh, it's looking a little rough right now.
Looking a little rough.
I haven't had much time to pretty it up at all.
Yeah. I call it the sunken pit.
Yeah, it'll look great one day.
Yeah. One day.
Fortunately, we have it on the other side of the hedge, so it looks like it's in another world.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I have. Oh, and then I had already shown you guys some of these bulbs that I got. There is some crocosmia.
Which I really like.
Crocomycia, some people call it, or
That I like that, and that spreads, and it looks. It's always a lot of times it's in the ditches on the road, and you see, and it's beautiful. I think it's really beautiful.
Especially like in Clare by the cliffs of Moher. There's a lot of those growing in the ditch, and they look fantastic.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
So,
I like them.
So hopefully it'll get a little warmer today, and I'll have some time to plant these out. So let's see, what else did I want to say about these plants?
I think I could say something.
What's that?
You need to get them in the ground, and I need to go in because it's freezing out here, and I got a nice fire in the kitchen.
It is a little.
So
freezing.
like dig some holes, put them in, and.
Okay, well, we'll finish up with some images from the nurseries that we had gone to as well. So that'll be at the end of the video, and get to work.
And I got barbecued ribs. If you get this done, you can have barbecued ribs.
I love barbecue ribs.
There you go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I love this place.